passes up the right wing. Perrin hands to Dixon, and he sails a shot wide. The carom around the wall, kept on by a hustling Trevor Kell. It does go back over the blue line finally, and Kell has to retreat to his own zone. He passes to center, left by Courtney to Hood in his own zone. He slowly starts out, a long pass, misses the mark, and Jared Brown whirls at center ice. He's into the Maverick zone, leaves it behind him to Scott Ray. Had to go laterally to pick it up. Now he dumps it behind the goal. Jared Brown sends it to the blue line. Kyle Pito leaves it into the Maverick zone, rolled around the wall as Brown battles for it. Also there is Boston. It squirts free, and Shenechny paddles it around on the near side to Courtney. Tried to drop it behind him, stolen by the Rush. Here's an opportunity. Stroh, a shot equal to the task was Michael Clemente. Brandon keeps it on. He chops it up for DeSmet in the right wing circle. His centering effort broke. 10 minutes to go in the first. Rapid City up 1-0. Perrin just now starting back, gives to Forsyth, who bangs it off the wall. The Rush steal taken right back by Miller. He gives to Courtney over the blue line, surrounded, stripped of the puck by Scott Ray. His pass broken up, and Boston waits along the blue line before his teammates had vacated the Rapid City zone. The Mavericks change lines, and starting back for Rapid City is Jared Brown. He is into the Missouri zone, drills it over the top of the goal. The puck goes into the corner, now sprung back to the point, kept on by Vanderveken. Vanderveken sails one goalward, knocked down by Clemente, centered as it's lifted up over the glass and out of play. Watch out in the seats. 9 minutes, 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes unless other penalties are called. Twisting and turning in his own zone is Jared Brown, who charges outside of his own end. Up the left wing, the puck hooked away from him and given to Shenechny. He has Miller. He charges into the Rapid City zone, leaves it for Miller. He eludes a defenseman. Oh, and a quick blast beyond the reach of Kellen Tochkin, and Couch. A long lead effort on the left side, goes into the corner. No icing, as they say. Brown touched it. Brown picks it up. He has a couple of Mavericks surrounding him, whirls it around the wall, and Tochkin floats it forward. Jardine leads a 3-on-2 into the Rapid City zone, takes it in deep, swatted away by Vanderveken. Jardine falls down as he was trying to reclaim it. The Rush pull it free, and up the left side comes Scott Ray. His pass goes off a leg, deflects to Shenechny, taken back in the Rush penalty. Well, they have obtained the number 1 objective. Let's see what they can do now. But Michael Couch from the face-off punches it into the right wing corner for Jared Brown. He is being hounded. The puck taken by the Mavericks, taken away, and Kyle Stowe flips it wide of the goal. Grinke keeps it on. His centering feed broken up by Forsyth. Swung around the boards, and the Mavericks back the other way. Dave Shenechny rivets it off the top of the dashers. The Mavericks chase it down. A centering effort, deflection back of the goal. Jardine picks it up, hands off. Forsyth the drive, and the carom goes off the goaltender all the way down into the Maverick zone. Well out of his cage to flip it off the boards was Michael Clemente. Keeping it on at the left point, Day Chief, and he plays the disc in behind the Missouri cage. Swung around the boards, and Courtney hands off to Mellon, who gets a Bataccio. Brown against Jardine on the face-off. Trickles into the Maverick zone and played back out. Taking a pass is Sebastian Tennell, and he banks it off the right wing wall into the corner. Racing for it was Courtney. He plays it behind him for Jardine, who coughs it up, and Couch the other way. Bings it off the right wing wall, stolen. Now Jardine hands off over the line. Sebastian Tennell, he blows by Grinke, a backhand shot. Didn't get much on that, steered aside by the netminder. And Kyle Stroh, outside of his own zone, being hounded, rolls it in beside the Missouri goal. Icing is the call, and a face-off will take place in the Rapid City zone. Defensively, it's Forsyth and Dave Shenechny. Puck comes to Shenechny at the blue line, drives it off of a Rush. Forsyth, who leaves it for Shenechny, who hustles outside of his own zone across the red line. He's into the Rapid City end. A pass off the skate of Courtney. Shenechny regains it, tries to scoop it in behind the goal. Stolen by Michael Couch, being approached. He sidesteps a check. Now it's kicked away. Courtney looking to set it up. Instead gives in back of his own goal to Tennell, who plays it around the wall. The Mavericks about to be... Face-off won by the Mavericks. Kell about to come out of the box. Fired off the right wing wall. Kell drops it behind him. Now handed off on the left wing. Giving nothing. Puck will be dropped just at neutral ice. Picked up by the Rush, and Pito tries to give it to Wazlowski. He's forced to feather it in back of his goal. Now to Pito. taken away. Now blasted on the right wing for DeSmet. Nice move to avoid a check. Stolen by Courtney, and he backhands into the right wing corner in the Rapid City zone. Pito goes behind his own goal, being pursued. Plays it around on the other side. Brandon now pegs it back on the near wing. Picked up by Jardine as he and Brown hustle and push one another against the wall. Reaching in, claiming it was Sebastian Tennell. His pass broken up, and the Rush feather it the length of the ice. Will this be an icing? Face off at center ice. Blake Forsyth in his own end. Gives way to Dave Shenechny. Nice move to avoid DeSmet. A pass broken up by Michael Couch as the Rush work it towards that Missouri blue line. Stolen and backpedaling in his own zone. J.P. Testweed taken away. Here's an opportunity. Jared Brown beside the right wing face-off circle. Drives it off of Forsyth, regains it, and whirls it into the left wing corner. Shenechny there taken to the wall once more. The Mavericks need to work it outside of their own zone. Held on, a centering effort, broken up, played back to the blue line. The Rush keep it into the Maverick end. A long drive sails wide. Courtney picks it up, and he hoists it over the blue line. Pulled down by Sebastian Tennell into the Rush zone. Feeds Jardine, who overskates. It trickles goalward, and Bataccio gives to Scott Brannon, who bings it up on the right side for Kell. Being approached. Slides it beyond the reach of King. It goes the length of the ice. The Mavericks may have just gotten by with an icing. Now the Rush paddle it into the left wing corner. Shenechny circles his own goal, being approached, wristed out, taken away. Jared Brown in the Maverick zone sets it up, and breaking up a shot for the Mavericks and being called for a penalty. Who picks up some speed outside of his own zone, pegs it forward. Now a pass broken up, and the Rush have numbers the other way. Over the blue line, a shot goes wide. The puck goes in back of the goal. The Rush keep it into the Maverick zone. Missouri needs to clear. Moving in, Garrett Grinke, who wristed into the left wing corner. Jared Brown centers. All tied up was Kyle Stroh. He could not get the shot away. Now it's binged off the glass and into the Rapid City end. 15:26 to go in the third. 2-1 Rapid City. A long feed for Brown, hit from behind by Shenechny, but into the Maverick zone goes Stroh. Knocked away from him by Jardine, and the Mavericks play it around the wall, and Smith races up the left side. Kicks it forward. He's into the Rapid City zone in the circle. A pass set up in front, and Jardine just unable to pull the trigger. The Rush steal in their own zone, and Jordan Brown hustles the other way, taken away from him. Now left to go. That's the Hockey Republic Out of Town scoreboard. Like them on Facebook and learn more about their upcoming move. Fired into the Rapid City into the rink, and the Rush pick it up. Couch drives it off a Maverick stick. Picked up by Ray, and he slams it off the left wing wall. Clemente stops the puck behind his own goal. Floated out for Shenechny. Look out. Passed on the right side for Tochkin, who drops it to Forsyth in front of his own cage. Now here's a breakaway. Ryan Jardine moves goal. Charges back there to pick it up. Behind his net, he gives to Eric Melland, who bings it off the right wing wall for Courtney. Cross ice in his own zone. Unable to handle it with Shenechny. He has to retreat to pick it up, and he lumberjacks it to center ice. Kyle Stroh there for Rapid City. His pass broken up by Melland, who cleared it outside of his own zone. He was being approached and did the right thing, just got it outside of his own end. Now the Rush deliver it into the right wing corner in the Maverick zone. Shenechny tries to pull it free, but Stroh comes away with the disc, twisting and turning, hit from behind by Miller, tries to go in front of the goal. The puck removed from him. Wrestled around the wall. Now it goes into the corner. Jared Brown, a centering effort. The goaltender got a piece of that. No one in front to poke it home. And Forsyth, who just picked up an assist, comes away with it. A long pass on the right wing to Sebastian Tennell. He hands to Tochkin over the line, twisting and turning, a pass behind the back of Tennell, lifted in behind the goal. Tennell there, he outmaneuvers Garrett Grinke. He's beside the left wing circle, pegs it in front of the net. Brown knocks it down with his glove, and he hustles the other way. Jared Brown into the Missouri zone, centers. Daychief couldn't pull the trigger. Now a shot blocked by Kyle Hood, who banks it off the face off to the left of the cage. Hammering the brakes behind his own goal, Testweed, and he rings it around for John Scott Dixon on the right wing. Crosses the red line and scoops it into the right wing corner. It goes behind the goal. Bataccio loses possession of it. A wraparound, a save. There's a scramble. The puck fired around the wall and backhanded outside of the Rush zone. There's a race for it. Courtney gets there ahead of Brown. And Jardine facing off against Brown to the right of Michael Clemente. Won by the Rush. A shot kicked out by Clemente. That's his biggest save, and slapped off the wall by the Mavericks. Back to neutral ice. Pump forward, a backhand pass. Forsythe lances it into the Rush zone where Beeler claims it, cuts in front of his own goal where he hands to Vanderveken, who returns the puck to Jordan Beeler. A long lead effort. That's knocked into the left wing corner in the Missouri zone. Forsythe the first there, and he backhands to Courtney, who lifts it to Ryan Jardine, who has a lamplighter. Poke checked away from him. Now it's blistered off the boards and back into the Rapid City zone. Played cross ice to Vanderveken to the left of his goaltender. A long feed for Stroh, who is ridden into the wall. Picked up by Evan. A circle to the left of Clemente. There's a scramble. Pulling it free, Ryan Jardine peels off to avoid a check and gives to Vossen. Ray hits him but does not knock him down. Jardine hustles in to grab the disc, feeds it cross ice to Shinechny, who angles off the right wing wall. Picked up by Courtney, a 2-on-1. He has Vossen, a feed for Vossen, diving to block that. Vanderveken and Ray in transition hustles to the Missouri zone. A slap shot that deflects off of Ryan Jardine and off the top of the glass. 2.5 to go in the third. Missouri leads 3-2 over Rapid City. The Rush from in back of their own goal, given to Jared Brown, and he hustles up the left side into the Missouri end, poked away from him, and the Rush have to vacate or else they would be offside. A long pass. Pito charges into the Missouri end. Intervening is Forsythe, who takes him to the wall, and the puck squirts off to Ryan Jardine, who hoists it high off the glass and into the Rapid zone. 2 minutes to go in the third. Missouri up 3-2. Rusty Masters paddles it to the Missouri blue line, broken up by Shinechny, who gives to Courtney, who springs it off the right wing wall into the Rush blue line. 1:48 remaining in the third. The Mavericks lead, taken away by King. 2 on the goaltender for Courtney to King.